Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandy Grace, author of 10 novels so far. Welcome to whatever we're calling the Maziah vlogs. It's Friday evening. I hope to be productive and get some writing done. Hello friends, welcome to Saturday. I was so excited about life yesterday, Friday. I was like, this is gonna be a great weekend. It's all gonna be awesome. And then life caught up to me and I fell apart, okay? Don't really need to get into it with all of you lovely strangers on the internet. Don't fight. Sometimes she just pounces on him for no reason. But I think they're getting to the stage where they're okay with each other. She's just a cat and will pounce, you know? But yes, so, not really going to go into details. But essentially, a lot of things caught up to me. And I fell apart. Like, I cried for 3 hours last night over something that did not deserve to be cried over for 3 hours last night. Like, it was so dumb. But in the moment, I was like, I'm not going to suppress this. I'm not going to, like, try not to cry, right? Because clearly I needed the release. So I was like, okay, I don't know why I'm so emotional, but I am, so let's just deal with it. And I cried for 3 hours, and then my nose was bleeding. Which may not have been correlated, but it felt correlated because, like, it might have been a coincidence, and I would have had a bloody nose last night even if I hadn't been crying, but, like, because I was crying and blowing my nose and then it was bleeding, it felt very correlated. I cried until my nose bled. Anyway, and then this morning I woke up and I was still feeling very drained and raw and whatever. And then I got on the book club because I wanted to be there even though I am behind on reading. So anyway, I got on the book club, was listening, was fine. And I did have some takeaways from the chapter that I was on that I thought that I was okay with sharing. But then one of the Hedgies very sweetly, privately messaged me on Zoom and was like, are you okay? And I, like, all of the emotions from last night just, like, bubbled up again. I was like, if I talk, I'm going to cry. So then I was like, please don't call on me. I will cry. So that was awkward. When I got off the book club, I literally sat at my computer and cried again. And then I took a shower, and then I had some breakfast, and then I sat and, like, processed with myself. Had a little chat with Mandi. Everything that I've been feeling. Like, how did I get to the point that I was crying for 3 hours over something that did not seemingly deserve that much emotional response from me? And I was hurt last night, so, like, it wasn't that it wasn't valid, I guess. But it was bigger than it needed to be, and so I wanted to get at what was actually going on behind. I said I wasn't going to get into it, and apparently I'm getting into it, but anyway, yes, I'd been suppressing emotions, and then something unrelated that was also emotional tipped me off, and then it was just like all the things at once, and I was just weepy. So, suffice it to say, it's been a rough start to the weekend, but I think after my little chat with myself and, like, really processing all the things that are emotional, that I haven't been emotional about all week. I'm feeling more centered and calm. That's not to say I won't spontaneously burst into tears again, but I feel like I won't, because I dealt with it in the shower. So, and also listening to Taylor Swift, like, on the highest volume possible. It's really nice that I have the house to myself for the time being, because my roommate is not a Taylor Swift person. But anyway, I'm feeling okay. And I had some breakfast, and she is stalking the dog. Kitten, do not pounce on him. Immediately pounces on him. He has the high ground, Kitten. But apparently he's afraid of you. Oh, Fury. You could tell her to stop. Fury! Hey, good boy. You're a good boy. Just ignore her. She's a lot. Anyway, I do have a long, list of things that I'd love to get done this weekend. I'm gonna try and take it easy, though, and not, like, I need to get all these things done, but, like, let's see what we can do with the emotional state that we are in. it would really help, kitten, if you'd stop pouncing on the dog. Hi. What's wrong with you? Big meanie? You're a bully. And you know it. Anyway, yep, we're gonna be productive and do things, but like carefully. Hello, welcome to Sunday. Last night we wrote, what was it, like 3,000 words or something? Hold on, let me pull that back up. 3,725 words yesterday, which is just a lot. And it was new content. It wasn't a scene that was in the original, because I am like rewriting the first draft, right? Making the second draft. But nope, it was a lot of new content and a scene that wasn't in the old one. And 3,000 words. Guys, if you needed more evidence that my brain was just over the rewrites of my old books, I can't even tell you the last time I easily, without trying, wrote over 1,000 words for Cindy's book. I mean, we did a 10K day during July Camp Nano, but that was like pulling teeth, and it was not a breeze. And last night I was just like writing. I was like, I'll write something before I go to bed so I could check that off my list, but more than the list, just because I really wanted to write, and I was like, I'm not going to bed without writing. So I sat down and wrote, and then I did the addition when I was done and was like, oh crap, I did not realize I had done that much. So, yeah, hi kid. I don't know why I'm ranting about this, but it was really nice. On the list from yesterday, we did all of the urgent things, and we did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 things in the not urgent but important list. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things on that list that we did not do. So like half-ish. I mean, math-wise, that's not half. 4 is not half of 9. But writing and editing YouTube videos and like those things feel weightier than reading the Burnout book or reading No Perfect Kids. You know, the reading just doesn't feel as weighty. So I did the weighty things. Which is at least half. Anyway, my list is about the same today. Just like those things, what can I get done? I'm also gonna nap. You know, I mean, it's the weekend, so I'm gonna take it easy, but like, I also want to be productive because I know that I don't do productivity at least 3 weekdays. So I don't want to not capitalize on the time that I have. But I also want to be resting enough that I'm restocking my penny vault for Monday. You know, and it's a balancing act. Hello, welcome to Monday. Haven't been terribly productive yet today, because I'm exhausted. So yesterday I was at church in the morning, so that filled my whole morning, and then, excuse me, and then we had like a training thing at church for the people who work in the children's ministry. So I did the training, all the things. Anyway, basically, I didn't get home until 3 in the afternoon, and then for like an hour and a half I tried to pretend that I could be productive. Was not very productive, but I tried to pretend that I could be productive, and then I was like, you know what, I should just take a nap. So I took a nap, and then I woke up at like 8 o'clock in the evening, and then like ate some dinner and was like, well, now I'm awake. But at that point, I knew that I didn't have the pennies to be productive. So I was like, you know what, let's just do something cup filling for the rest of the evening, go to bed, yada yada. So I started watching a show on Netflix, and then suddenly it was 1 in the morning. So I did not get the rest that I needed. I think I got some cup filling, but I also possibly penny stealing at the same time. So that's what happened last night. And I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning so I can get ready for work and like yada yada, all these things. I did not get up at 5. I snoozed and snoozed and snoozed until my cat was like, do I need to sit on the phone? Get out of bed. So I got up at like 6. It was like So wait, I just kept snoozing. It was bad. Anyway, but I have to leave. Listen, generally speaking, I get up around 5-ish, between 5 and 5:15. On Mondays and Fridays, when I'm only coming to nanny duties, I get dressed for the day, make sure I have all my stuff, you know, packed in the bag, ready to go, like my computer and all the things I'm going to be doing to be productive. This camera, for example. And then I hop on the weird time frame of a prickle that I get on, which is not like an official prickle time, it's just sort of like an in-between weirdness. Anyway, but I immediately do that, yada yada. But on preschool days, I get up, I make my lunch, I make sure everything for nanny duties and preschool is ready to go, and then I get on the weird prickle situation, right? Except I don't always get on the prickle situation because sometimes making my lunch and like getting everything in order gets me too close to 6 a.m., which is the official start of the 7 a.m. prickle because everything's in Eastern time. And I won't be productive if I hop on just at the top of the hour, because that's the start of a prickle when everyone is chatting. So I won't get anything done if I am hopping on at the start of the 7 a.m. prickle. So if I take too long to get my stuff in order in the mornings, then I just quietly be productive on my own for those last 30 minutes. You don't need all this information. Why am I telling you all of this? Anyway, I don't know. That's my usual day. And then I leave my house at like 6:20 so that I can get to nanny duties and take kids to the bus and like things, okay? And today I like got up and rolled out of bed and came to nanny duties. It's a good thing it's not a preschool day. But anyway, basically I had 5 hours of sleep, but it was really like 4 hours of sleep, and that last hour I was awakened every 5 minutes by my alarm that I refused to get up to. So definitely tired. And I haven't really been productive. I did send chapter 2, which I worked on over the weekend. I sent chapter 2 of Maziah to my critique partners, 2 of my critique partners. Technically I have 3, but the other one is still reading Cindy's book. And I don't know, will keep helping me with that until such a time as I go back to it. I don't know. So yeah. Sent that off. Oh, and I made thumbnails for the Maziah situation. I don't know necessarily what to call these vlogs or anything, but I did make thumbnails and I did start numbering them because I just feel better about it. So yeah, if you happen to be watching these, and you'll notice there is a thumbnail. It is the character art created by Abigail Hare is her last name. I don't know if it's pronounced that way because we've never had a like actual conversation that wasn't on Instagram. But that's how it's spelled. That's what I got. Anyway, she's a delightful person. I just don't know how to say her last name, or I do know how to say her last name, but it's so absurd that I can't believe that that's actually her last name. Anyway, so the two character art things for the thumbnail, one is Maziah, the redheaded one with the little wolf in the background, and then the other one is Karis, who is her best friend. She was supposed to be the best friend. She's Maziah's brother's love interest. In book 1, I introduce her as the best friend, and she does play a minor role in the tension of Maziah being ambitious and like breaking her healthy relationships. But very minor, because the more I wrote, the more I realized Maziah's ladies-in-waiting and the people she was constantly with and doing things around was like, those were her people, and we didn't really see Karis at all. And then by book 3, like, Karis wasn't even the thing anymore. So I don't know what to do about that. In chapter 2 that I just sent to my critique partners, I do introduce Karis as Maziah's best friend still. Because I think it works well in book 1 to have plentiful, healthy relationships for Maziah to destroy. So I'm keeping it for now. Maybe it'll be one that she doesn't rebuild in the future. Yeah, spoilers, Maziah's not really the hero in book 1. I mean, she makes the right choice in the end, you know? just not in the beginning slash middle slash like most of the entire book one. She's very likable, I think, and very relatable, and she does have, in the beginning, very healthy relationships with her friends and her brother and like things, but she gets real set on being queen and real offended when her brother is chosen as heir, and then it's just not good after that. Yeah. It's funny reading the original because Maziah's ambition is on the page, but so is my peacemaker, Enneagram 9, I hate conflict kind of personality, because every time Maziah makes the decision that pushes her kingdom closer to civil war, she is into it, and then immediately afterwards she's like, I don't really want there to be a war. Like, this isn't what I mean, I do want to be queen, but like not if it causes harm to other people, kind of, you know. Yeah, it's a problem. So I'm definitely removing myself from the situation. Oh, the Enneagram. I haven't done the Enneagram with this set of characters yet because I learned about it after. So I should do that sometime. I should type them. We do have an Enneagram prickle this week, but I'm pretty sure it's while I'm at the preschool and working and not able to be there. But yeah, I should put that on my list. Before next Monday, type the characters. There's a lot of them. So there's Maziah and her 3 ladies in waiting, who all play a part in the story, up until I start killing them off, but it's fine. And then there's Karis, but she doesn't play a big part in the original story because I kind of forgot about her. And then there's obviously Arturius' brother and his knights, which he has more than she does. Camden, Tip, Altair, Lance. Is that everybody? No. Who am I missing? Gower. Yeah, he's got 5. That sounds right. And then... No. That's not right. Does he have 6? Hold on. Hold on. I'm picturing the sparring scene in my head. So Arturius and Maziah spar each other. And then Celestina and Lance are sparring. And then Jin and Gower are sparring. And then Joan is sparring with Altair. And then Camden is sparring with... He's sparring with the Master-at-Arms who trained them all. And Tip is just sitting in the corner. That's 2 extra. If there's 4 on Maziah's side. Yeah, there's 6 of them. But there's 5 because Arturius is number 6. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Oh, there's so many. So that's a lot of people to type. But they all play a part in the story. Not all of them are like main characters. But anywhere that Maziah and Arturius go, all of those other people also go. Because that's their job. So we do get to know that entire group of characters. Like Maziah and her ladies, and then the lads are like constantly throughout the story forever. When we're in Maziah's perspective, we obviously get to know the girls a lot better. In book 2, which is about Lance, we get to know the guys really, really well. In book 3, you get like all of the above. So yeah, I don't know why I'm ranting about this. Oh, because there's a lot of them, but they're all important. So yes, I do want to type all of them. And then also there's the council members, which we don't see a lot of, but like in book 1, there's a lot of scheming on Maziah's part, politically. So I might type them just to know, you know, if I know who they are. Or I might just leave them as the character of, noble people that they kind of are. The dragon can be typed. He is a sentient person. I have a lot of Enneagrams to get through. We might have to spread this out. Especially because today I'm probably not doing much of anything productive. Because I stayed up till 1 a.m. Like an idiot. Accidentally. I literally, at one point I was like, okay, I'm getting kind of tired, and I exited out of Netflix, and then I was like, does that say 1 in the morning? How did that happen? Anyway, yes. So, resting today, but also doing some productive things. I did make the Eisenhower matrix, which is the little thing I do to make my lists for the day with urgent things and important things. I don't really use the other two boxes in the Eisenhower matrix because I don't really have anything that I'm like, it's not important to me. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I might do some reading. There's a lot of chapters in the Burnout book for this week. A lot, being like 3. And I read one yesterday, but I might do that. Because I know Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I get almost nothing done. And I don't want to, like, leave it till the end. Last week, I didn't read it till Friday, Saturday. Like, at the beginning of book club. Right before book club, was reading this chapter, and then I got on book club, and while people were chit-chatting, I was literally still reading the chapter. So, yes, I don't want to do that again. So yeah, I read one of the chapters. I should probably read one today, and then I can read one on Friday, and then it works. Whew. I'm awake. What was I saying? Oh, just that the reading stuff is not too hard, so I might do that today. And then No Perfect Kids. I have the perfect opportunity to read/film that today because it's physical therapy day for little man, and during physical therapy I have an hour where I'm like just sitting in the lobby/car not doing anything. So yes, taking that to read today. I might watch a lesson of PT, which is not physical therapy, but Publish and Thrive, because I haven't in like over a week, but like watching videos is easy. And it's a course that I've taken before, so I'm not like taking in a whole lot of new information. Just like a refresher. I might do that. I was going to watch the daily coaching for my writing group today, but it was actually a video that was recorded during the book club session that I was at, so I've already heard it. So that was going to be my productivity today, and then I opened it up and I was like, oh, I guess I've already done this, technically. So, yeah. Oh, because I keep forgetting to do this in new vlogs, my writing community has a hedgehog theme, and a group of hedgehogs is called a prickle. So when we gather to write together on Zoom, we call it a prickle because we're cute like that. And so when you hear me talking about prickles, that's what I'm talking about. I'm awake. I'm not awake. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, because it's lunchtime and I've done nothing today. I'm gonna eat some lunch and then possibly see about maybe being a little productive before PT. PT being physical therapy, not Publish and Thrive. I might do PT, Publish and Thrive before going to PT, physical therapy. Welcome to Friday. This has been a terrible week. On Monday, obviously, I was very tired and was like halfway being productive because I'd stayed up so late. And then the rest of the week was a disaster. I had a headache and like almost a scratchy throat situation, but I wasn't really sick. But I spent most of my time sleeping or watching shows and like numbing out from life all week if I wasn't at work. So it was I spent a lot of time sleeping, and I couldn't decide if it was like my autoimmune disorder being like, hello, remember when we used to sleep 24 hours a day? Or if it was my like emotional numbing out thing, you know, that Enneagram 9s are prone to do. But I was actively trying to address the emotions that I knew I had been ignoring previously. Yes, Xander? I was really confused. I'm not sure which it was or if it was something else entirely. But we've gotten to the end of the week, and hopefully the end of the random sleeping all the time. It's Friday, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I already did piano lessons with Bubs, so we're off to a good start, and now I'm going to be productive. So reading the Burnout book, because that's, you know, on my list of things to do on Fridays. And I'm reading the chapter about what the pit of burnout looks like. Okay, listen. So I don't believe that I'm burned out right now, but this is making me laugh a little bit because this whole week I've been unable to do anything, right? And I've just been like sleeping all the time, or like watching Netflix, or what? Like I can't do any. Okay, let me just read this.
So what does the pit really look like? It looks like I try to sit in front of my computer and write for days on end and no words come out. I just keep going to my email or Facebook or YouTube because I can't even produce one creative thought. It looks like I can't make my body do the things I used to be able to do even just a week ago or a few days ago. It looks like I am twice as tired after work as I used to be. I can't do anything but lie on the couch and watch Netflix. It looks like I can't wake up early anymore. All my body seems to do is sleep. By the way, did not get up for my, 5:30 to 6:30 writing time this week at all. Could not. It looks like my focus is gone. I've been flitting from attention to attention and nothing is sinking. Yada yada. Okay. It was mostly just the Netflix and the sleeping ones that I was like, don't look at me, I'm not burnt out. I was definitely tired, and I was struggling to decide why this week was a disaster, because there was some emotional roller coaster last weekend, and the weekend prior when there was a car accident and things, okay, but I felt like I was actively, this weekend and then into the week, I was actively trying to address said emotions, right? So I was really confused as to why I was still blah. And I don't think that it was burnout because it's Friday now and I don't have as many responsibilities. I don't have preschool today, and it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning, and I have done piano lessons and I've done devotions and I'm reading the burnout book, and I have energy and I'm excited about life and filming a YouTube video. I'm not burnt out. I think I get daily burnout, but immediate bounce back. Because on days that I have to do things, on preschool days, and I'm busy, and then I get to the end of the day and I'm like, I'm done, I can do nothing. And then Friday rolls around and it's like, I have time and no expectations and I can do anything. I don't know if that's a thing. Burnout is this is a prolonged disaster, right? Which I don't get, but I do seem to get daily well, today nothing's happening, but I think that's just exhaustion. You know, it's not anything. Wow. I have been gifted pieces of a puzzle to put together. Okay, I've caught up on the burnout chapters, and I watched 2 lessons from Publish and Thrive. And I watched all the daily coaching videos from this past week. Caught up on those. And obviously I've been filming this vlog all day, which is also on my list. So, yeah, we're making progress on the important but not urgent list, because we already did the things that had to happen today. Which was, well, minus the shower, but I can't do that till I go back to my house. But everything else on that list we've done. Which is just piano with the little man, and then daily devotions, and then a workout / movement of some kind. And all that we did first thing in the morning before 8 o'clock. So now I just I have some YouTube videos to film, my Nano Goals Preptober stuff, because it's the middle of September. Oh snap, it's the 15th. I need to do my newsletter. Let me just add that on the urgent, important today list. Newsletter. We're gonna do that. Also, yes. NaNoWriMo is coming, so I'm gonna film a goals video. Still reading No Perfect Kids and vlogging it. Need to read the book that I agreed to do a review for. I'm gonna get there. Writing a Maziah, and then I want to batch some social media at some point. So, yeah. That's it. That's the whole list. So I wrote my newsletter, and then I posted on Instagram that I was doing so, and now I'm waiting in case anyone sees that and then signs up for the newsletter and wants to get, because if I send it out now and they sign up later, they won't get it, unless I play with it and finagle it so that they do. But that requires effort and knowing more about newsletter things than I do. So, or alternatively, which also requires effort, I could double check tomorrow at this time and see if there were new subscribers and then manually send them the newsletter, but effort, you guys, okay? So, because I am an idiot, And I don't really know how to make it so that they're getting tomorrow. Listen, I could set up the whatever it's called, where they get the, you know, multiple emails. So like if they sign up, they get a welcome email. But I could also add tomorrow's email to like that stream of emails, whatever it's called. It's not stream. There's a name. I've forgotten it. Anyway, I could add it. But A, effort to make it, you know, add it. And B, effort to take that off of them after tomorrow. This is what happens when you don't give a, like, call to action, join my newsletter until, like, the minute that you wanted to send the newsletter. And then you think about it and you're like, wait a second. They won't get the email. FYI, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, there is a link in the description. You should join, I guess. Sometimes I send fun things, like newsletter subscribers get to see, like, they're the first people who see new covers for books. They get to see unwritten? That would be a blank page. Unedited versions of scenes and, like, fun things like that. Because I had to make them different than the YouTube channel. I give everything to the YouTube channel. And then the newsletter is like, summarizing everything that happened on YouTube in the past month, plus some goodies. So I should send more goodies to the newsletter people so they feel special, because honestly, the YouTube people are my people. Anyway, let's see. We were looking at Instagram. The Instagram people are not my people. I am never on Instagram. Oh, my dad's seen it. Pretty sure he's already subscribed to my newsletter. Yeah, I'm just gonna send the newsletter, and then I'll check tomorrow, and if nobody's, or if someone has joined and they didn't get it, you know, then I'll just manually send it to them. Hi, so, I filmed my nano goals for this November, / October for Preptober, you know, all the things, which then I edited and I've uploaded, so that was another thing on my list today. I did the newsletter. I think I already told you that. I did already tell you that. That was hours ago. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting things done on the list. I have 20 minutes until the prickle that I used to host, which I am going to try and hop on today and, you know, be productive and do things. Sorry, my phone is going off and I'm curious why. So, I was going to film my mid-month chit-chat situation because it is the 15th of the month, and I am trying to get back into doing those. But also, I have 20 minutes, and sometimes I talk for longer than that with my mid-month chit-chat, so I don't know. We'll see. I did make some tea, so I might start talking and then possibly come back to it after the prickle question mark. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hi. It's Sunday. This is your closure for that vlog. I haven't edited it together, and to be frank, I don't really remember the last thing I filmed on Friday. But, I was going through my list of things that I make on Mondays and Fridays now, my productive days. I didn't work in Maziah's book, I can tell you that, because during the prickle I was reading my critique partner's work instead. But yeah,